For most college students, their days are consisted of class, studying, hanging out with friends, or seeing loved ones. Other than an exam or paper here and there, their days are more so a walk in the park. However, for Tennessee Tech senior volleyball player Cody Dodd, a walk in her shoes is a bit different. Days consist of morning workouts, film sessions, practice, class, and then trying to find a time to relax. But those aren't the cracks in the sidewalk for Dodd.
When my dad passed away, it was actually during volleyball season. I was a freshman in high school, and I just never thought that would happen. I actually had a game the day he passed away, and I was playing and he wasn't there because he was in the hospital, and then afterwards we went to eat, and then I just went to my grandma's and they came home and told me and my sister, and it was tough. It was tough on the family because my sister had to grow fast, we all had to, because my mom had to work more and things just got tough.
It's not easy to say goodbye to a parent at that point in your life, but for Dodd, it only changed her outlook on life and made her a better person on and off the court.
She's just someone to look up to and work to strive to be better. And she's always pushing me as a player, to be better. And then if I'm not doing my job, she gets on me, and that's what I like. I like a teammate that's not gonna beat around the bush. She tells me Allison, you need to do better. Come on, get me this pass. And
setters give her balls that are pretty much unhittable, and she's the one going in saying, oh no, it's my fault that the error happened. And she tries to take that pressure off of everyone else.
Every year, each Division I volleyball team sends a player to try out for the U.S. Collegiate National Team that will compete in the USA Volleyball Girls Junior National Championship in New Orleans.
We're a small school, and we're not a big name program that constantly puts kids on this roster.
Dave mentioned to me in season that he was going to send me to the tryout, and I was like, okay. And I got there and I was like, well, there's no chance I'm doing anything with this. I was like, no chance I'm making it.
For Dodd, there was a chance. There was a chance to make the team and a chance to represent Tennessee Tech in the nation's colors. However, the journey was not a walk through the park, as yet another crack crossed Dodd's intersection. Dodd's mother was battling sickness in the early winter months, and as the cold breeze crossed through the air, her health worsened.
It was a Friday night phone call pretty late, which anytime a coach gets a late night call is nerve-wracking, especially from your best player. So she told me that it's probably something bad's going to happen pretty soon. It was a rough few days, just with all the questions and what's going to happen and all this stuff. And then once her mom passed, it got harder.
Emotions were weird because my mom was my best friend, so it was super sad. I was super upset.
To watch someone who's such a gentle, kind person go through something really terrible is really hard. On the team, on the staff, it was emotional for everyone.
after losing a dad and then losing her mom, and her sister lives in Florida, so she didn't really have anyone to vent to, and when she was ready, she did, and we were all there.
Really believe that her mom is in a better place, and I think that and her dad passing away when she was younger too, she's just going to use that as motivation to keep working hard for them and moving forward in her life.
Just like before, a crack in the sidewalk did not prevent Dodd from succeeding and living out her dreams. On selection day, Coach Zelnok got some news that paved the cracks to Dodd's long journey to New Orleans.
Found out, I think, the next day after the funeral, and it was a good distraction. It gave her something to focus on down the road, rather than this immediate pain that she was feeling. She could focus on something that was going to happen in a few months.
But finding out that I made it just helped so much more. It was like, I needed it. I needed that to get through it. Like, if I didn't find out, like, when I did, then it would have been so much different.
I think, honestly, that was just, a sign from God. She doesn't need to stop playing. This is what her parents, her whole family would want for her, and that's, what got her up. That's what got her going again. And
I don't want to fail, and I don't want people to be like, oh, or feel bad for me just because my parents passed away. I just want to be okay. I just want to show people that, you can move forward even when bad things happen. When we first walked into the convention center to go practice at like where the nationals was happening, I just felt a rush because we had all of our USA stuff on and all the girls were looking at us, and I was like, okay, this is super cool. I was like, this is awesome. It was just so cool to play with those girls.
So I got to see a little bit of her practice and then the matches, basically. I mean, it's like being a proud dad. You get to watch your kid out there, you know, the outside's from Nebraska, who's top 5, you know, the middle's from Kentucky. There's just all these big name programs, and we got to be part of that. And we got to sit there and watch our kid play with the best.
The journey is far from over as Dodd and the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles begin their 2015 campaign, and Dodd is the lone senior. There is one thing for certain with how the season will pan out. If there is a crack in the road, Dodd will step right over it. To some, sports are just a hobby, an activity. But to Dodd, the sport, her team, her coach, is now what she calls family.
Volleyball is definitely my coping mechanism. If I didn't have volleyball, I don't know what I would be doing. Like, there's just, I don't know, they are my family. Like, my friends are my family now. And my teammates have been great. Like, they're just my best friends. And I'm so thankful for them. And I wouldn't be able to get through it without them.